Hello, I'm Lori Mendelson Thomas from Wisconsin Pet Care. Have you ever had a best friend that was like no other? Was that perhaps your first dog or the first cat that you had? I'd like to tell you about my experience with my first love, and her name was Jessie May. Jessie May was our first rescue transport drive, and we lived in Chicago at the time, and we couldn't have a dog in our apartment, so my husband Wes and I started doing rescue transport. And when we had Jessie May in the back of our car, I feel that she chose me because she kept putting her paw right on my shoulder, and she wouldn't stop. She wouldn't stop. So I was thinking, how people say they choose us. I think that Jessie May did choose us. Jessie May was fostered for a couple months until we got our own home. And then when we got her our home, she moved in, and I started checking on some medical issues that I thought that she had. And it turned out that she had hip dysplasia. It took a couple of years for Jessie May to really show the signs of the dysplasia, and she started slowing down. We rescued her when she was 8 years old. And pretty soon, Jessie May was showing some pretty strong signs of not being able to move and being in quite a bit of pain. I started taking Jessie to the beach and running with her. And pretty soon, Jessie May started slowing down to the point where she just really couldn't walk anymore. And I started questioning, what quality of life does she have? What I'm going to tell you is I'm not throwing my husband under the bus here, but it was a harder decision for him to say goodbye to her than it was for me. One day, Jessie, at the age of 15, literally would go outside and she would stand there and she wouldn't know what she was doing. And I said to my husband, it's time, but he didn't want to let her go. So a couple months went by, and pretty soon one day, Jessie May couldn't get up. And I took her for a walk, and she literally collapsed. So it was time for me to take the action, call the vet, and say goodbye to her. So the vet came over. All the other animals in our family came around and sat next to her and honored her. And during our lifetime together, Jessie May never, ever licked me. She never kissed me. I would beg that girl. I would put peanut butter on my lips, and that girl would not kiss me. So when the time came that the needle was given to her, she looked at me and she kissed me 3 times. And that was the end of it. And then she said goodbye to us. And I will never forget Jessie May. She taught me how to love. She taught me how to be loyal. She gave me so much more than I could have ever possibly given her. And what I want you to know is the relationship that we had with Jessie May, or I had with Jessie May, is the same type of relationship that I understand that you have with your animals. And we want to honor that. And we want to respect that, and we want to try to love your animals very much the same way that Jessie May loved us and we love Jessie May. So when you call and you say, my animals are my children, I totally understand what you're saying. And the important thing is not how skilled we are, how we know signs of weakness and illness, and how to give sub-Q fluids and insulin, and on and on and on. The important thing is, while you're away, are we going to love your animals? And I can tell you that each one of us, all the professional team, is going to love your animals the same way that you do, and honor and respect them the same way that we do. So I'm hoping when you're shopping for a pet sitter or a dog walker, you'll take into consideration the love that we're going to be able to give your animal. We hope that you'll choose us. Thank you.